Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. I'm Darren Moore, and I'm coming on today to give you 21 major stores that are falling. 21 major stores that are falling fast. We'll get right into it. The first, number one, we come to Kohl's. The store Kohl's. The store Kohl's started off as like a grocery store, and then it became a department store. And then it started over during the pandemic, as well as a lot of other stores. It started going through some turmoil. So Kohl's is the first store that is falling fast. If that's one of your favorite stores, be on the lookout. And then we have number two. We have number two, the second store that's falling fast. We have David's Bridal. David's Bridal. This store is falling fast. It has recently got rid of 9,200 workers recently, and this on the decline. Be on the lookout for David's Bridal. For those of you that's going to get married, looking to get married, be on the lookout for that as well. And then we have the third store. Is Gamboree. Gamboree is a store that has closed 450 stores. They have closed 450 stores so far. So be on the lookout for the falling of Gamboree or Gymboree. Okay, and then we move down to the fourth store that is falling fast. We're in that time. 99-cent stores. The 99-cent stores are falling fast. Be on the lookout for that store as well. So not a lot of them being around for a long period of time. And mind you, because of the pandemic, it hurt. Most of these 21 stores was hurt during the pandemic time. A lot of them even went bankruptcy. So this is part of the reason why they're falling so quickly. You know, a lot of them had to file for bankrupt, and they couldn't get back afloat. And then we come to number five. Number five is Tom's Shoes. Tom's Shoes. Tom's Shoes. It's said that this may be the last summer. This may be the last summer of Tom's Shoes to be up and running. And then we come to the sixth major store that's falling fast. And that's True Religion. True Religion store, they filed for bankruptcy. The True Religion store, they filed for bankruptcy as well, especially during the time of the pandemic. Okay, and then we come to the number seven store. And that store is Tops. Tops, they went in debt. They went in debt as like the other stores. They just couldn't keep their sales. The sales wasn't staying up, and they end up going and falling into debt. So be on the lookout for this store, Tops, to be falling fast. Okay, and then we come to one of the more popular stores, the craft store, Joann. The major store Joann. The major store Joann, the sales went down. They went down by at least 6%. So they was struggling during the pandemic, and then it started to go afloat again, and then it started to drop again dramatically. So Joann is another store, and I know a lot of you like Michael. It's like a Michael store. It's a craft store. A lot of you that like to do arts and craft. Be on the lookout for that store. That store is literally falling. Okay, and then we come to the ninth store. The ninth major store is Morph Cosmetics. Morph Cosmetics store number 9. This store was hit with a lawsuit. It was hit with a lawsuit, and it suffered major. It suffered dramatically. So this store has been falling ever since it's been hit with the lawsuit. Okay, and then we come to number 10. This is probably the biggest store in this list, none other than Sears. Sears. So Sears been struggling ever since 2011, 2012. Sears been struggling. And Sears is said to be shutting down. At least a lot of the stores is said to for a lot of the stores to be shut down by the end of the year. A lot of those stores will be shutting down as well by Christmas. So that's a lot of almost popular store. And you normally find Sears at the malls. So be on the lookout for that store. And the store that's coming out of North Carolina, major store that we all know as well, the store Belk. Belk is on the fall. It's on the fast fall as well. Belk has been struggling for so many years, for maybe 4 or 5 years. They've been struggling as well. So we have Sears and Best. And both of those stores are right at the mall. And it's amazing. You go in, you would never think that those stores are struggling. But they are on the decline as well, and it's falling fast. And then we come to number 12. Number 12, that store is Christopher and Banks. Christopher and Banks. Christopher and Banks has lost 400 stores. It has literally closed 400 stores over a period of time. So that store is definitely falling. It's taking a major hit. These stores are taking a major hit. The sales are just not coming in. People are just not buying, and they are falling and falling fast. Okay, then we come on down to one of the busier chains. People love to drink coffee at this place. Believe it or not, Starbucks. Believe it or not, Starbucks. Starbucks, they may not be shutting down altogether, but they're closing a lot of stores. Starbucks are closing 500 stores. Or will be closing 500 stores. And that's a place to get a lot of heavy rotation. Heavy rotation of people buying coffee. But 500 of those stores will be closing down. Okay. And then we come to a major store that kids love, none other than Disney. None other than Disney. Disney, Disney have 50 locations. They have 50 locations that will be shutting down. So it's on the decline as well. Disney was one of the really big money places, businesses, big money stores. But it's closing down 50 stores. So let's be on the lookout for that. And then the 15th store is Art Van Furniture. Art Van Furniture. Art Van Furniture, they're in different states. Art Van Furniture went into bankruptcy. They went into bankruptcy during the time of the pandemic as well. They hit a bankruptcy and they just couldn't sustain. They couldn't come afloat, and they wasn't able to sustain. So that was the number 15 store. Okay, Art Van Furniture. And then we come to 16. The 16th major store that's falling fast is Clark's. Clark's store. Clark's store as well is closing 25. They're closing 25 stores. So let's be on the lookout for Clark's stores. They're closing stores and they just can't keep them open at this time. Okay, and then we come to another major store, number 17, Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder is struggling. It's trying to stay afloat as well. This store is really struggling, and it's falling fast. Let's be on the lookout for Estee Lauder. I don't have a whole lot of information about that store, but it's on the fall, on the downcline very fast. Okay, and then we have number 18. Number 18, the Furniture Factory Outlet. The Furniture Factory Outlet, and some of these stores are our favorite stores. Furniture Factory Outlet, and they're closing down 40 stores. These stores are no longer able to be open, to stay afloat. They are closing as well. Okay, furniture factory outlet. And then we come down to number 19. Number 19 is a store that's been around for a while, and it's the store called Guess. The store called Guess. Guess stores um, has lost 2.9 million dollars. They has lost 2.9 million dollars, and they are closing stores in 100 locations. Okay, Guess stores. This was a popular store as well in the 90s. You know, we all used to wear Guess. Everybody used to wear Guess jeans, but they have closed up 100 locations has been shut down already. So let's be on the lookout, and keep a close eye on this store called Guess. And then we come to number 19, to number 20. Number 20, we have H&M. H&M, another popular store. H&M, they closed 320 locations was shut down with H&M. They couldn't maintain, they wasn't able to keep business in that area, in those areas, and they shut down 320 locations. So this is so these stores are really really getting hit. We in those kind of times where things is just hitting, things is just shaking. And we'll be talking about a lot more. I'll be talking about a lot more things to keep you all up on what's going on and how we want to prepare for these things and be aware. And then the last one, number 21. Oh, do I know this all well? Number 21 is Best Buy. Is Best Buy. Is Best Buy. We know this all well. We know this store well. Best Buy is down $597 million. Best Buy was hit really big. Even we'll get to, maybe we'll talk about Walmart another day. But Best Buys took a heavy hit. I can tell you some stuff about Best Buys, but we did not want to even go there today. But Best Buys. I literally got this phone. I literally got this phone from Best Buys. I got this phone from Best Buys, and I got a situation with them right now. So, but there are millions and 597 million down in debt. So let's keep a watch out for Best Buys. If that's your favorite store, you like to shop in that store, be aware that they've been hit, and they on the down slot quick. So that's all I have today for you all. Thank you all for coming in and checking and seeing on what's going on in the economy. Talking about the economy, what's going on. We want to be aware of these things. Let's not be ignorant to what's going on, so we can stay up, especially with these banks and different things that's going on. My people perish on lack of knowledge, is what God said. So that's why I want to keep giving y'all this information and just being a blessing. Until next time, this is Darron Moore, signing out.